Hello friends, I am Jay the Reader and welcome back to the Jay the Reader channel. Today I'm giving my review on Goosebumps The Vanishing. It released today and I got up really early and I watched the whole thing and I have some stuff to say, so let's dive right in. I know some people had doubts about this show after what was the Goosebumps 2023 reboot, and I had some doubts too. I actually rewatched Goosebumps 2023 this week as well, the whole thing. I watched it in one day and I still wasn't the hugest fan of that. I think it's just fine, but this here is much better, and comparing it to Goosebumps 2023 is kind of like night and day. Like, some people are calling this like season 2 of the Goosebumps 2023, and it's really not. If you look on Disney Plus, it's not like season 1 and season 2. This is Goosebumps The Vanishing season 1. This is not a continuation. It does not have the same tone, the same feel, at least to me, and I think it's leagues better. Goosebumps The Vanishing follows an underlying story, but this time, instead of like in 2023 where the underlying story was not related to Goosebumps, this underlying story is Stay Out of the Basement, and it stays on topic, and it keeps the momentum going with that underlying story, so you actually get invested in that underlying story. It really digs deep into Stay Out of the Basement and adds some stuff that was left out in the original episode, obviously, and the book. Like, it makes it its own thing. I would say this borderlines like a sci-fi more than horror. It feels like a sci-fi film with horror elements mixed in, and like, it's so good. Like, it's just so good. A lot of people praise Justin Long's performance in Goosebumps 2023, and yeah, I think it was a great performance. I love Justin Long, but David Schwimmer's performance here of Mr. Brewer is just so good. Like, I think it's way better than Justin Long's portrayal of Mr. Bratt. I like the character of Mr. Brewer more than Mr. Bratt. It's just, David Schwimmer knocked it out of the park here. Another plus about this season is you really enjoy the friend group. These teens are likable, they're relatable, you like them, you get invested in their lives, and I didn't get invested in the lives of Goosebumps 2023's cast of teens. I just didn't. I thought it was very CW. It felt like Riverdale with a Goosebumps skin, and this does not feel like that. This is just so real and raw and enjoyable, and the jokes land. The teens make jokes and they land in this. They didn't land in the prior one. It's just so much better. The character development, there's things that you want to see happen and you're let down when they don't happen, or you give an applause when they do happen. It's just super in depth, and I just really loved the group of teens in this show. Now, they still do name some of the episodes after classic Goosebumps books, which I think is cool. We have Monster Blood, Camp Nightmare, The Haunted Car, stuff like that, but the thing is that it's not taking away from the underlying story at all. Like, it stays in line, they all tie in to Stay Out of the Basement, and it creates this really good atmosphere and a good pacing. It doesn't break the pacing up either. It doesn't jump around from idea to idea. It's just boom, and it's done wonderfully. There was not one moment when I was watching this that I thought it was boring or slow. I thought it was very fast-paced. My day flew by watching it, and I was just very sad when the final credits rolled on the final episode. I really got invested in this story, and I can't say that about Goosebumps 2023. The only thing I will say about pacing is I think it got cut off a little too short. This was only 8 episodes, while Goosebumps 2023 was 10, and I always thought that Goosebumps 2023 should have ended after the 8th episode, but the 8th episode in Goosebumps The Vanishing felt a little too fast-paced. Like, this is the only time where it kind of like put a bunch of ideas in a short time frame. Like, the last 20 minutes, a lot happens, and it's like, man, I kind of wish you would have spread this out over maybe 2 more episodes and gave us 10. And I think that it doesn't take much away from the show. The show is still very good, but I think they could have added a little bit more runtime, and they could have maybe fleshed a little bit more out. I also want to add in here real quickly that they actually added different elements of kind of different styles of horror. Like, there was a found footage segment in here, and it felt really similar to kind of like watching the Blair Witch Project, and it kind of also pulled from the movie Alien, and it felt like Alien, and it was very suspenseful and scary. Like, they did a great job with the overall tone of this show. So yeah, I want to keep this video short and sweet. I want to get it out so you guys can know my thoughts and on the day of the release of the show. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give any plot details. Just know I really enjoyed this show. I think you should definitely watch this show if you're a fan of Goosebumps, or even if you're just a fan of horror and sci-fi in general. Great stuff here, great stuff here, great stuff here. Give it a watch. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, if you could give it a like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated on my end. Also, if you watched this show already, give me a comment down below and tell me what you thought. If you disagree with what I'm saying, if you didn't think it was that good, let me know why. But yeah, God bless you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.